Peace. Good morning, family. How you doing? It's Mr. R2 here at Consistency is Currency, your morning podcast of choice. And today is Tuesday, September the 20th. Now, okay, transparent moment. So I don't know what's been going on with my days, but I've been thinking like today is like Wednesday for a long time. Like yesterday, I thought it was like Tuesday. I was thinking tomorrow is Thursday, and my complete days just has been completely upside down. I don't know. Again, that's my transparent moment. But good morning to you. Very thankful for you to be here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for even showing up. Because a lot of times you can be doing something else. But I will always show gratitude in you showing up. I will always show gratitude in you listening. Because it's important for me to do that, because you're not always going to get it, but just know that you're going to get it here. For everybody that's listening into the podcast space, iHeart, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform you so choose to listen to, I'm just glad that you're here. So I appreciate you for watching. Good morning to you. If I can say it to you, you can also say it back, whatever. But hey, man, today's topic is pretty interesting. Approval not needed. Peace. Good morning, Miss Bruce. Approval not needed. So, have you ever been in this situation? I mean, when you're younger, a lot of times, or shoot, even some older people, a lot of times they're waiting for somebody else's approval, or they feel hurt when they don't receive that level of approval. But that's an honest space. That's an honest space that I can say that, I've been there before. But I know better now, right? I know better now. It's not something that always happened. So approval not needed. Have you ever done things and you wanted somebody else's approval? How did you feel when you didn't receive it? That's an honest question. It's not something that you just, watch, but it is something that you can answer. Have you ever wanted someone's approval on something and you didn't receive it? What was that feeling like for you? How did you feel when you didn't receive that level of approval or that seal of approval from someone you wish you got it from? Someone you thought that would give you that level of approval or that attention that you felt that you needed in order for you to accomplish that particular thing. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Approval not needed. And I'm definitely not going to be long. I know I say that a lot, but I'm not going to be long today. I just want to get in and get out. Say what needs to be said and get on. Right? Say what needs to be said and get on. All right, so let's go ahead and kick this off with approval not needed. All right, so we're going to go through definitions, and from the definitions, you're going to get in whether it's red over white or white over red. And then from there, I got three things that I just want to drop on you, and then we can take those things from those positions, from those perspectives. Again, like always, if there are things that resonate with you, just go ahead and drop it inside the chat, because people like to look at comments. I know I do, and I know you do too. So if there is something that resonates with you, just go ahead and drop it. People in the replay are able to look in the comments to see how people communicated and blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's jump. Approval. The definition for approval is a positive feeling towards something good or suitable. A positive feeling towards something good or suitable, right? That's fair. That's the definition. That's what it says. So what we're looking at today, the inversion is red over white, which is positive feeling towards something. Positive feeling towards something. The second definition, it says the act of accepting with approval, favorable reception. The act of accepting with approval, favorable reception. And the inversion on this is red over white, which is the act of accepting with favorable reception, right? I'm just giving you definition. I'm giving you definition, and I'm allowing you to see it from a perspective that could be favorable to you, right? The act of accepting with approval, favorable reception. The inversion again is red over white, which is the act of accepting with favorable reception. So now let's pull out of this definition and focus on the word reception, right? Because it's the act of accepting with favorable reception. So what are you talking about reception? The definition of reception, it says the action or process of receiving something sent, given, or inflicted. The action or process of receiving something sent receiving something sent, given, or inflicted. So if we're talking about approval not needed, and you see the definition of approval, which is the act of accepting with approval, favorable reception, and you see reception, the action or process of giving, action or process of receiving something sent, given, or approval. Sometimes you you can't allow or accept or wait on something to be received by someone if you've never given it to them to begin with, right? You sending stuff to people that can't even receive it because you gave them the action of accepting what you were sending, but they wasn't there or wasn't able to receive it, right? So it's like it wasn't theirs to begin with, but you took the action, you took the process of giving it to them. And then you got your feelings hurt, or you have those feelings when they didn't receive it because they wasn't the one that it was given to. But you were striving to give it to them, or you were striving to give them the action or develop a process, hoping that they would receive something that you sent them. Because you've given them the approval, you've given them that authority, you've given them that much power over what you thought was yours, but you've given it to them in hopes that they will receive it the same way you receive it. It can't happen. It's not going to happen like that. Again, I'm just looking at definitions and put it in a term that may be acknowledged by you, or you're able to see yourself in it, like, you know what? I created this whole reception. I laid it all out. I've given you the everything. I put it on a table. I've dressed it up. I made this full reception. I set the tone. I told you my dreams, my goals, my visions, my wants, my desires. I had this whole spread in this reception that I was going to give. But it wasn't received. Maybe you should stop giving it that much power. Approval not needed. The action or process of receiving. Now let's look at it. We'll put given in there, right? We'll take the word sent and let's highlight the word given. The action or process of receiving something given. Maybe they wasn't the person that should have been that. Maybe they're the person that you should not have given that to, given that reception to. It's your vision. Why not create your own reception? Why not do your own spread? Why not lay it out for yourself? And that is the only person that is responsible for the spread is the person that was given the initial vision to. Because again, if approval is a positive feeling towards something good or suitable, that's not saying that you have to give it to someone else. That is your positive feelings. That is your suitable feelings. That's the way. That's something that's yours. You don't have to give it away. All right. So approval not needed. Let's this quick deep dive jump into just 3 points, and then we're gonna go. So I think a lot of times what happens when it comes to approval, we don't see that it's not needed. Right? So we're gonna play a twist on it, right? It says approval not needed. Sometimes we look at the word approval and we wrap the gift up and we give it to someone else who didn't need it. We wrap the gift and we put the bow on it and we hand it to someone else that don't know what to do with it. You know why? Because they don't know what's in it. You know what's in it. You know what was in the conversations that you had with yourself. You know what was in your original thoughts when you thought about it. You know what the vision was because the vision was given to you. You know how much energy you put into finding the wrapping paper and cutting it up and putting the tape on it and finding the bow that fits, that match the gift wrap. You took your time in doing all of that, but the person didn't receive it how you wanted to give it because they don't know what's inside. Just like they didn't know what's inside of your head. They didn't know what's inside of you. They didn't understand your gift. So therefore, if they don't understand your gift, then why should they understand your purpose? And why should you give them that much power by you giving them a gift of approval? A gift that they wasn't able to receive because probably you were giving it to someone who is not supposed to receive it. So let's talk 3 points real quick, right? So the first thing is to understand why it doesn't matter. Why does it not matter for you to give someone your approval? Why does it not matter for you to give someone that much power? Because approval is power. Don't you see in your kids' eyes when you give them that seal of approval? Their eyes might get big and they may have a big smile on their face and they're ready to go outside because you said go. You approved of them cleaning their room and doing the kitchen, and you say, you know what, go ahead and go outside with your friends. They're happy, they're excited. Sometimes that's all they needed and they feel good for the rest of the day. That feel good. Just as well as it don't feel good when you give your approval to someone else and they step all on it, but now you're trying to figure it out. But understand that it doesn't matter because this is why it don't matter. Develop the right habit for you. Point blank, simple. Develop the right habit for you. Know that you put in the work. Know that you understand the mission. Know that you understand the process that it's going to take in order for you to accomplish that thing. Know that you put in the amount, the hours, the study time, the long walks, you burn some midnight oil. That's why it doesn't matter, because you know you put in the work. You know you put in the time that is going to take you to get you from point A to point Z. Sometimes if you're not ready for point Z, stay at B until you figure out what C look like, until you can see C as it is, and then you go to that next point. Stop trying to jump to something that you wasn't prepared to leap. But know that when you're prepared to leap, you are the only person that should be receiving that level of approval to tell you to leap. Take that jump, take that faith, take that walk, take those steps. Allow yourself to know that the process of thought that I need to have in order for me to accomplish these things that I have set out for me, is mine. Develop the right habits for you. And tell yourself, I do them because I feel happy when I do them. Right? Put that in the chat. I do them because I feel happy when I do them. So when people say, why are you so happy when I'm happy? Because I'm happy. I'm happy because I figured it out. I'm happy because I started. I'm happy because I understand what I'm doing. I'm happy because I've accomplished it. Because that's when it doesn't matter who approves of you, because you're doing it because it was given to you. That's your gift. It's not your gift to give away. It's your gift to reveal to yourself that it is yours. So tell you today, I do them because I feel happy when I do them. What's them? Whatever it is you say you want it to be. What's them? How many times did you do it? Because it's yours. And set goals that you care about. Because while you're developing your right habits, you can also do your own self-validation. It doesn't take someone else to validate the gift was wrapped properly, right? I don't need you telling me the gift isn't wrapped. The gift is not wrapped properly. Well, you probably could have put some more tape on this. I don't care what you talk about. The gift is a gift. The gift was wrapped. The gift was understood. The gift is mine to begin with. So your approval on how this gift was wrapped, or your approval on the gifts, the natural gifts that I have, is not for you because it's mine. So therefore, my approval from you is not needed. My approval from me is what is required for me to keep going. Because I can do my own self-validation. I don't need you to validate me. That's just like going to a valet and going to park the vehicle yourself. I don't need to sit there and wait for you to bring my vehicle back. You ever went to a valet and you try to figure out, like, man, where are they at? Where's my car? I did everything that you wanted me to do. I gave you my keys when I pulled up, right? You gave me the ticket that I'm supposed to give you the ticket number, right? So why, when you go get my car, you don't come back? You don't come in a timely manner to which I feel is suitable enough for you to go bring my vehicle so I can go about my business. Because that's that validation, that valet, you're waiting for someone to approve of you to go. You made the conscious decision that you're ready to go, but now you're waiting for the valet to bring the vehicle so you can go. But when you take it upon yourself that you approve that you're ready to leave, that you approve that this idea made sense, that you approve that my concept can be a reality, but the validation is mine and